get off of the dating apps. Dating apps and online dating are making us lazier, take less risks, and is one of the main reasons why we do not have adequate social skills, especially in talking to the people we're interested in. A little story about myself, say a couple of years ago. Imagine me, I'm with my friends, we're hanging out uh, at my best friend's basement, if we're going to be particular. And instead of connecting and as well as I could have, instead of being present, I'm on dating apps. I'm on the phone, swiping, looking for a rush and getting matches. And that's kind of the theme of dating apps is you're losing out on real life experience to get some quick fix, of dopamine. But the big problem with dating apps is that we are not meeting the right people there. We're not, the easier it is to meet somebody, the easier it is to enter, a relationship, and dating apps make it very easy. All you got to do is swipe and send a couple text messages. The easier it is to leave. And that's the theme of this, is that the easier, more convenient something is, usually the lower quality results you get. The less strong of a relationship, the less genuine, the less connected you actually are. And I personally don't believe that people are their best, most genuine self on a dating app as opposed to meeting someone out in the streets. On a dating app, it's a curated profile trying to signal status and this and that. But in real life, you meet somebody and, it might be a good day for them. It might be a bad day for them. But that's the best image of their true self that you could possibly figure out is by just seeing them out in the world. How do they show up? Am I actually attracted to them? Are they interesting? Are they friendly? While online, we don't really know. And I find there's a lot of guardedness. And it makes sense because it's a lot easier to enter a dating app. And so you do need to have some barriers and some filters, of course. But guarded energy does not lead to genuine connection. And I think that's a huge, huge problem. Is all those people, they're on the app, they seem to be wanting to connect. But in fact, most people are far from it. Very negative in their expectations. And so it's best to just avoid those places and those people and to go out into the real world. In the real world, we can curate in who we're meeting by where we want to go. We can find people with like-minded interests by going out into doing things that we're interested in. Who would have thought? Go out to dances. I remember this story that I've told many, many times by my grandmother of how the normal way to just meet people is you go to the dance, whether that's every week or every month, and you meet people, and whether or not you dance with them or just talk to them, maybe you go walk somewhere, grab, a soda or whatever they were having after the dance together. And you meet people week by week, month by month, and you slowly build relationships. And it was a much more genuine place to meet people. And I think we need to get a little bit back to that. We need to be going out to dances. We need to be going to things that are interested, but whether that's an art class, pottery, whether it's a sport, could be archery. You love archery. Well, if you go to an archery class, you're going to meet people that are very like-minded. Going out to places, specifically in environments that you enjoy, is where you're going to find someone that you can connect with. You already have an in. You're at the same place. You must share something that already allows you to be more comfortable and connect through that one single shared current experience that you're both doing. Here's a little story about how having dating apps can prevent you from actually taking risks and connecting with people. I was at, it was, okay, I'll share the exact story. It's a Service Canada. I was doing some passport stuff and I saw a beautiful girl, beautiful woman that I was like, wow, I would love to approach her if it was convenient, if it was, the right vibe while we're sitting around waiting for government stuff. That's a shared experience. But in the back of my mind, I knew I had the dating apps. I knew, oh, it's much more easier to just swipe and talk to somebody there. And I chose the easy option. Um, and I wonder how many good connections and experiences, or even just conversations that lead to nothing, which is how we should perhaps intend all of these to go, is just a conversation. I wonder how many of those have been lost. Countless, I'm sure. Countless people we could have become friends with, even. It doesn't have to just be for dating, right? The other day, I was enjoying the first sunny day here, just sitting with a coffee on the busy street and just talking to people that seemed, in my area, whether they're sitting next to me or, again, just being out in the world and talking to people, working on your social skills. If you're on the phone, if you're on dating apps, you're not going to do it. You're not going to take those risks. And that is really a travesty. I really think we need to get back to the old way of being uncomfortable, going out there, talking to people, putting yourself in positions and in places where you would want to connect with those people. Obviously, don't go to, uh, high intensity workout to meet people if you're not into fit people, right? Put yourself in those situations where you're around filled with people that, are your kind of people. And I hope this serves as a bit of a wake up call that we need to do things that are uncomfortable, like putting ourselves out there in order to create good connections and have good experiences. So, again, get off the dating apps. Don't just delete the app, delete the profile for good.